The almighty Big Joe becomes nothing, all because of pride. Big Joe is in pain. Big Joe is about to go into prison. Yeah, Big Joe loses everything that gives him joy, all because of pride and because he failed to acknowledge the good people that God brought into his life. The end of Big Joe is here. Everything Big Joe wished for Clara to happen to her finally come happening to Big Joe. Welcome to another episode of guys. Today's episode is one that you don't want to miss for anything. Don't forget that the only thing you can do for us to keep bringing out more episodes is to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment. Today's own you don't want to miss because this is the end of Big Joe. I didn't know that Big Joe is going to end this way. If you are ready, I'm ready. I'm going to taking you through everything that happened. Stay tuned because it is getting hot and interesting. So guys, out of excitement, Big Joe, that is expecting 50 million, went to meet with his friends Emeka and Kennedy. As they were sitting drinking, Kennedy was just busy pressing his phone when Emeka started asking Big Joe how far with the engineer guy, and Big Joe was like, he's fine, I've supplied the goods to him. And Emeka was like, you did what? And Big Joe was like, yes, I did. And Emeka said, why will you do it without contacting me? This is the first time you are doing it. Do you want them to scam you? Do you want them to make mistake? Do you want to make mistake? Do you want them to cheat you? And Big Joe was like, me, Big Joe, cheat me. Nobody is going to cheat me. But Emeka was like, you shouldn't have done it without informing me. And Big Joe reminded him that you told me that this is somebody you have been doing business with, so that I don't have any issues. So that was why I went and ahead and did that. And Big Joe was like, Emeka was like, okay, how did he go? Big Joe said everything went fine. He was so happy with everything I brought. He was just pretending like, Emeka was pretending like he didn't know that the goods has been supplied. Goods that is his own goods. So, my God. So, Big Joe was like, I can't wait, to get my money very, very soon. I'll be back to being Big Joe. And Emeka was like, yes, Big Joe for a reason. Was just praising him. And after that, Emeka used his nose to give Big Joe sign. Look at Kennedy, that Kennedy is not engaging in their discussion. And Big Joe tapped Kennedy and asking Big Joe, bro, why are you not interacting with us? Why are you are here but you are lost? And Kennedy was, oh my man, nothing, everything is good though. You know that I don't really have knowledge about what you people are discussing, so you don't expect me to put mouth into it. So, but everything is fine. And Emeka said, are you even sure that you are happy that Big Joe is progressing? That was when Kennedy now said, even if I'm not happy, has there been anybody that stopped progressing because somebody is not happy? Our man is progressing and it's a good thing, and I'm happy for him. That is all that matters, that everything is fine, guys. Big Joe didn't know the mess he has gotten into. After their conversation and everything, Big Joe went home and was sitting on the dining with the daughter, waiting for food for Auntie Teresa to dish food. And he was so excited. He was just telling the daughter that I cannot wait. Very, very soon, people that did not believe in me will see this and that. And the daughter was just looking at him, and Big Joe said that very soon money will come, they will be eating good food, not all this leftover food they have been eating, and the daughter was like, Daddy, that's good. That means you are going to employ a cook for us to be cooking fresh food for us since mommy is not around. And Big Joe was like, cook? Why do we need a cook when your mother will come back begging me? And what's the name? As they were still talking, Auntie Teresa came in and said, why are you people talking about cook when I'm here? Have I not been the one taking care of you since your mother abandoned you? I told you guys that Auntie Teresa is here for assignment. Auntie Teresa is not... She doesn't have plan for her sister to come back. She has taken over. Oh. Why will she come and be saying, why are you people talking about cook or anything? What are you? Is that house your house? See, there are sisters that are worse than enemies. Imagine somebody's sister. And Benny told the father that, listen, Dad, my mother will not come back to beg you for anything. And Big Joe was like, wait till my money comes. Wait till I clear my check. I'm going to, you see that your mother's restaurant that is blowing her head? I'm going to buy that restaurant, and I'm going to carry that restaurant and give it back to Ham's mom. And Benny was like, you give it back to Hans' mom. Dad, please, can you please wait until everything is successful so that you will not have a heartbreak? Because things have happened to you enough for you to, to learn a lot. Wait until the check is clear. And Big Joe was like, my daughter, it is a done deal. In fact, when I make money, when this money land, I'm going to employ Hanks. Hanks will be working for me. I'm like, employ Hanks under how much? How much money? Guys, and they kept arguing, and the auntie was like, you people should not be arguing. This is a time for us to celebrate and rejoice. Why are you people, all these arguments? And Big Joe now told the sister-in-law, it is you have not been talking to this girl does not listen, this girl is this girl like that. And auntie said, I've been doing that, that your daughter is so stubborn. And Big Joe was like, I cannot be going outside working and you do nothing in this. I'm like, is she your wife? And the auntie said, don't worry, from now I will be disciplining her and I will be very strict. As they were talking, Benny was just looking at them, was just laughing. And Big Joe said, I give you the audacity, I give you the right, discipline her. And the daughter was just sitting there laughing, telling the father, calm down first until you clear your money. After that, guys, Emeka went to meet with a partner in crime, that is Debbie, and they were just discussing. And Debbie was asking him, why this one you are going about devouring people? Who is your net target? Is it Benny? And Emeka said, no. Benny has been put on hold because there is more important thing. That at the moment he has finished Big Joe, that Big Joe is at the edge of losing everything. And Debbie was like, how did you do it? And Emeka told her that Big Joe have supplied those things. He has supplied. And Debbie was like, how did Big Joe get money to supply those things? And Emeka told her that I arranged everything. He used his car as a collateral, that very soon the money will be gone, the car will be gone, everything, guys. And both of them was just so happy. And in my mind, I'm like, what is your game in all this evil? And what's the name? Debbie now asked Emeka, what do you plan to do with the money? Emeka said that he's going to sell off a Big Joe's car, use it and pay the 10 million naira that Big Joe collected, and use the money to flex and buy wine for Big Joe and Kennedy. And Debbie was like, what about me? And Emeka said, do not worry, you are my G. Very soon, both of you will be chilling in prison for everything you have done. Here comes Big Joe in his house trying to reach the engineer that he supplied those things to. And the engineer has not been picking call for days, which the 1 week has passed. And Big Joe was worried. And Big Joe was talking to himself, saying to himself, why is the number not connecting? This and that, what is happening? Guys, when Big Joe couldn't take it, Big Joe rushed to meet with Emeka. So he picked up Emeka and was asking Emeka, what's up with your guy, the engineer guy? I've been calling him and he's not picking. And Emeka was like, who? He's not my guy. You are the only guy I have. He's just somebody I met that I do business. Emeka that was preaching to Big Joe that this is the people I know, this and that, convincing him. Now Emeka has denied knowing them. And where Big Joe was like, how can you say that? But you told me you know them very well. You told me you have done business. And Emeka was like, is that why you are shaking? Don't worry. Just keep on calling. And Big Joe said the problem now is that the guy he borrowed money from is actually disturbing. And Emeka said, call him back and tell him to have patience. This is Nigeria, this and that. As they were still talking, Big Joe's phone rang, and Emeka asked, who is that? Is that the engineer? Which he knows is not the engineer, because the engineer is done with his work and he has left. And Big Joe said, no, it's the guy I borrowed money. And he said, pick the call and tell him to give you patience, give you time that you are going to. Big Joe picked the call, telling the guy, don't worry, everything is fine. Because the guy was asking him, I've not heard from you, the time have passed, this and that. Remember that I have your car. When are you going to pay me? And Big Joe was, trying to pretend to tell him that, don't worry, everything is fine. When Big Joe dropped the call, Big Joe was so mad. Emeka, what is happening? Emeka, where are your guys? This and that. Emeka was like, I don't have them as my guy. You are the only guy. Big Joe, they have eaten you dry. And Emeka now told Big Joe, come, let's go and drink beer. Big Joe now told Emeka, if you mention beer again in this house, I'm going to seal your mouth for you. I'm like, Big Joe, everything you wish, Clara, it is what is happening to you. Big Joe came home, was still restless, sitting in the living room lost, when the daughter came and was asking herself, what is wrong? Why is he behaving like this? Could it be that something has gone wrong? And the daughter called the father. The father did not respond. She shouted, and the father was like, why are you calling me like this? What is it? And what's the name? Benny was asking the dad, Daddy, what is it? What is happening? Can't you open up to us? What is actually happening? Is it the business? Is over 1 week, as she was saying, asking the father, the auntie came. Is over 1 week that you told us that the money will come. The money hasn't come. You haven't said anything. Is everything okay? And Big Joe said, yes, everything is fine. It's just a little delay, this and that, but everything will be sorted. Immediately his phone, continued ringing. It was the engineer guy. He didn't want to pick the call in the presence of the daughter because he was keeping everything secret. And the daughter was like, Dad, pick your call. Someone is calling you. Big Joe picked the call, went upstairs. He did not pick the call. And upstairs, he was just there praying, telling God, please, how will I solve this situation? Help me. I'm like, help you. God gave you easy life, gave you an understanding wife. You said no, that you want to frustrate. I said it, that everything you sow, you will reap. That is what the Bible said. And back to Benny and the auntie. Benny was asking the auntie, I hope it's not what I'm thinking. And the auntie said, I hope so. And Benny said, because if it's what I'm thinking, there is a very big problem. And the auntie said, no. He said there is a delay. You know that trying to preach, you know that there is always a delay. He will sort it out, right? And Benny just said, yes. In her mind, in Benny's mind, she already know that something has gone wrong. They later forced Big Joe to come to the dining because for days, according to Auntie Teresa, Big Joe have not been eating. So Big Joe came to the dining. All of them were sitting in the dining, and Big Joe was just playing with the food. He wasn't eating. He was distracted. And the daughter started, asking, Daddy, what is it? You can't continue like this, keeping to yourself and not saying anything to anybody. What is happening? Big Joe was trying to pretend that everything was fine, this and that. And the daughter kept on. As the daughter was still asking, the auntie even said that for days now, he has not eaten, telling Big Joe that this is not good for you. As they were still talking, behold, somebody rang the bell, and Benny wanted to go and open the door, and Big Joe was like, no, I will get it, because I know he's, suspecting that it's people that he's owing. So Big Joe went outside, only for it to be the engineer guy, and Big Joe was surprised, like asking the engineer guy, how did you know my house? I've never invited you or told you anything about my house. And the guy was, you think I will not find you? You have not been picking my call. You have not been responding to my messages. You think I will not find you? Where is my money? Big Joe, you are wondering how the guy found your house, because your friend, your good guy, your G is the person, is the brain behind everything. So he told them your house. In fact, he drove them to your house. And the guy was telling Big Joe that, see, in 2 days time, if I come and my money is not ready, don't forget that I have your car with me. I'm going to sell your car. And you guys know that Big Joe is full of pride. Instead of Big Joe to be pleading with the guy, please, don't do this, Big Joe got angry. Do you know who I am? Try it. I will strangle you. I will do this. As Big Joe was still talking everything, behold, Benny and the auntie was standing, hearing everything. After Big Joe and the guy finished exchanging arguments, and the guy told Big Joe that 2 days time, if I come back here, my money is not ready, I will sell your car and use the money. And only for Big Joe to turn, behold, the daughter and the sister-in-law was there, and Big Joe was surprised. When they got inside, the daughter was like, Dad, what is happening? Why are you keeping to yourself? So it's all about the business. It's all about the business. So everything has gone wrong. What is actually happening? Big Joe was actually trying to pretend, and they told Big Joe that we actually heard, so you borrowed money. The daughter was telling the father, so you actually borrowed money, you used your car as collateral. I was asking you how you got the 10 million naira, but you did not tell me. So it was your car. Wow, I'm so happy. And the auntie was like, what? Are you happy that your father is failing? And Benny said, no, I'm not happy, but I'm happy that at least he did not go and borrow the money. He used his car as collateral, so they will come and take the car and sell, and he will not go to prison. I was afraid that my father will land, that this contract will land him to prison, but at least now it's just the car that they will take. No problem. After all, the car is not even useful for us in this house. We are not using it. And she went upstairs. Big Joe, you are a bit lucky, because me, I was even thinking you will go to prison. It's your car, because your trusted friend wants to see you trekking. He feel that car is what is giving you joy. Your trusted friend, according to you. Big Joe went to visit the engineer, where he considered being the place he normally meets the engineer, only for him to get there, and the gate man there told Big Joe that, Oga, this is a service house and there is nobody as engineer, anybody here. And Big Joe was like, wait, I'm sure. Are you saying there is no engineer? Somebody so and so person. The person said, no, this is a service house. Big Joe, they rented the house, used the house to dupe you, and it is over. And Big Joe couldn't believe what the guy was. He tried forcing his way, but the guy, stood still and said, Oga, nobody, no engineer here. And Big Joe was just demonstrating. Imagine how he used to drive. Is it not the street? Is it not the house that he used to? Big Joe couldn't take it. Big Joe immediately went to meet up with Emeka. Only to meet up with Emeka, guys. Guess what? As Big Joe was pouring his heart, how broken he is, everything, Emeka was busy eating chicken, enjoying his life. And Big Joe was like, you told me these people are your guys. I've been calling their line. Come and help me. Let me go and find them. And Emeka said, I cannot follow you anywhere. I do not know them. And Big Joe said, you told me you've done business with these people. How can you be telling me you don't know them? And Emeka started changing the topic. I warned you. I told you. But you think you are smart. You went and submitted those goods without telling me. How can you do that? I was telling you. Don't you know that they could have cheated you? In fact, they would have scammed you. In fact, they have scammed you already. And then Big Joe was like, how can you be saying this? You are the person that told me you have done business with those people, that you trust them, that I should feel comfortable in doing everything with them. Why are you changing everything? And Emeka told Big Joe, I am not going anywhere. It is your family business. Deal with it, guys. Big Joe couldn't take it, like, my car, my baby. Big Joe got into fights with Emeka, and both of them started fighting. After fighting, guys, will fighting bring the money? No. Will fighting bring the Big Joe car? No. Your trusted friend, Big Joe. Continue. After that, Big Joe came home. As Big Joe was coming home, he was looking like a somebody that's oh God. And the family, the auntie and the sister-in-law and the daughter was like, Daddy, what is happening to you? Why are you looking like this? Did you get into fight with somebody? Big Joe just left them, went upstairs. And the daughter said, no, I'm going upstairs, because the auntie tried to stop her. The daughter said, no, I cannot leave him like that. He needs to talk to me. He cannot be keeping to himself. The daughter boldly walked into the room and started calling the dad. The dad was like, what is it? Why are you disturbing me? I don't owe anybody any explanation. The daughter said, Dad, I owe you. You are my father. You cannot be keeping to yourself. You cannot be going through all these things. Tell me, open up. What is it? Dad, if you wanted to live your life, why did you start a family? when you know you are not willing to share what you are going through. And that thing really touched, Big Joe. And Big Joe now opened up to the daughter, telling the daughter everything, that the person he supply is not picking, the person that he borrowed money is calling him. And the daughter was like telling him, Dad, you should have known that all these things were all planned by Emeka. Emeka was involved. Even at that time, Victor was trying to still defend Emeka. The daughter was like, can't you see how they did everything? If that business was genuine, why didn't you ask yourself, why did Emeka not take that business? And Victor was like, Emeka said he was so busy, that's why he couldn't take it. And the daughter said, who is busy to stop making money, that will not want to keep making money? And this was the same thing that Kennedy asked Big Joe, but Big Joe did not listen. Big Joe was just interested of how he's going to make money and pepper Hanks and Clara. That's the only thing. Now, guys, look at where Big Joe has landed himself. Now, guys, the last clip was Emeka sitting down and enjoying himself. We do not know what will happen, what has happened, but the next episode is going to explain everything. But at the moment, Big Joe has lost everything, but the reality has not really come to him. I cannot wait to see if Big Joe is going to finish Emeka, what he's going to do to Emeka. I can't even wait to see Kennedy's reaction when Kennedy hear all this thing. But let me know in the comment section, are you feeling for Big Joe? For me, he was one. The only thing he was interested is how to make Clara beg, frustrate Clara, employ Hanks. Everything Big Joe has ever planned for Clara is just turning around to hurt him, and he's yet to realize his mistake. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Share everything in the comment section as we wait for the next episode, which is going to be a banger. Big Joe has come to nothing. For now, I leave you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. For now, bye.